For those who don't know me, I'm Peter. And I have a big problem. I have a serious illness. I make videos on YouTube where I show you cars that I buy, modify, restore, and repair. And usually after a while, once I've used them well, I sell them to buy new projects and satisfy my passion, my illness. I'm a compulsive buyer. I can't stop myself from buying cars. It's stronger than me. That is to say, when I see a car that's in bad shape, that's been mistreated, that's lacking love or something. And if the model matches what I like, I just can't stop myself from buying it. I've already bought this Mercedes, which you've seen in previous videos. It's my current daily driver, a Mercedes E-Class W210 in the E240 V6 gasoline version. This is already my second W210. I loved the first one, though it was a bit underpowered. Unfortunately, I lost it in a car accident. It had under 100,000 kilometers and I miss it. This has 110,000 kilometers. I was lucky to get it very cheaply. It needed care, so I did everything for it. You'll find those videos on my channel, by the way, but that's not the one we're going to talk about. It's the new one. And if you understand where I'm going with this, it's that the new one might actually replace this one. Because I saw someone on social media selling a Mercedes. It's a match. E-Class, that's a match. Gasoline is also a match. V8, that's a perfect match. With a lot of miles, that really makes me laugh. But above all, for less than the price of an iPhone, and a Mercedes E-Class V8, cheaper than that. I could not take it. I had to. Now I'm going to show you what I bought. That famous cheap Mercedes. But really lacking love, though. Mercedes E-Class W211. It's also my second one. I already had this model in the past. But the flagship, the top model, is the E55 Aufrecht Melcher Grosse Spach with a V8 supercharged engine producing 479 horsepower. And it'll remind me of that car, except this will be more useful daily because the E55 Aufrecht Melcher Grosse Spach compressor, it consumes a lot, whereas this it consumes. Fortunately, there's ethanol. Some of you might say, wow, that's cool. He bought a car that's already lowered. Look at the back, see how low the car is. No. This car features Mercedes' hermetic system, meaning it has air suspension. And you should also know about the W211. Might be the Mercedes model that had the most reliability problems. Starting with the Airmatic. It breaks all the time, it's a lousy system. Which is a shame, because on the other hand, it's insanely comfortable. And on top of that, it's adjustable. But here, I'm no exception to the rule. I bought it, it worked. I brought it home. They failed on me, though I suspected it and was surprised they still worked. Let's take a look around this car first to show you the main flaws. First, there's an issue with the headlights. This one is original, completely yellowed, and this one is new. So I already suspect that the car had a minor impact on the front right. The bumper has also been patched up very discreetly, meaning with a piece of tape. It's dented, or rather the fender is misaligned. So, right off the bat, I'll have to either go with a new bumper or try to fix the gaping hole that's under that piece of tape. Restoring this headlight as well. That way, at least, the car will already look like something. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it well on camera. But anyway, there's a huge drip on the bumper. So that already says a lot about the condition. Potential of the front end of the car, well, careful, it's far from being a wreck. Not at all. Regarding the bodywork, only the front bumper is an exception. I'll walk around it with you again because it's been a little while since I last got close to it. The doors are fine. There are going to be some small dings. I don't know if you can see them well, but there are little dents on the edges of the bodywork. At the back, overall, it's pretty okay. There might be a small dent there too on the rear bumper. I also noticed some questionable paintwork here. The paint is, I don't know, man, too weird. It looks like it was repainted, but badly. So, worst case scenario, for the bodywork, I'm not gonna fix the little dent on the door, but for the bodywork, I might have to repaint the rear bumper and the front bumper. Here too, it's a bit misaligned and a little damaged, so nothing too serious. You can clearly see the headlight misalignment. There's a noticeable gap here. The rest of the car is actually pretty clean. The doors are okay, the roof was okay, the hood is okay. I don't know if, there is, maybe one. I don't know if you can see it well here, but basically here it's blue and here it's purple. I can't show you well, but the door has a slight shade difference. Same thing. I don't know what its original color was, but it's kind of two-tone. And yeah, there's a little dent here too. It got scraped here. but overall, the car's pretty okay. The rims are pretty clean, the discs, the brake pads, and the tires are. Okay, so that's cool. That doesn't need to be done. Now, about the interior, there's a problem. When I bought the car, I just couldn't stop myself from cleaning it on the very first day. I don't know, it's just something I personally enjoy. I love cleaning cars, and honestly, I love making them look nice really quickly, let's say. So, I'll show you the interior, which is nothing like how it was when I got it. Right now, it looks extremely clean. The steering wheel's what it is. It's worn out, but okay. The seats overall are okay. The leather's okay. Maybe a little touch-up with some dye here. So I'll have to check with ColorLog to see if they can provide me with the body color. There are signs of wear here. The car has 400,000 kilometers, or 393,000 if you missed it in the title. So it's normal for there to be signs of wear, whether it's on the steering wheel, here on the seatbelt, which must have hit every time the owner put it back. And it's the same on the armrest. The leather's a little worn. That's normal. That's where you rest your elbow. On the door, the leather has taken a bit of a beating. Here, it will need a little dye. And there, it's all cracked. So, I'll see if with the ColorLog product to fill in the cracks, sorry, I can manage to do it. The chrome here has come off too. But, as I told you, don't judge the car by how clean it is, because when I got it, it was really a dump. That's normal. It was a car reclaimed by a garage that would have likely gone to the junkyard if not sold. So, it really wasn't taken care of. That's totally normal. But there's a surprise in the back. Well, of course, it's clean. I vacuumed everything. Really, I'm telling you. I spent 8 hours cleaning it. 8 full hours vacuuming everything, cleaning it, disinfecting the leather. Everything from the steering wheel to the rest. In the end, the result is pretty good. The interior has no broken buttons or similar issues. The gear lever is fine. There's minor scratching on some aluminum here, but nothing serious. Everything works, which is rare since, as I said, a W211 isn't very reliable. They were known for frequent electronic issues. Strangely, the air conditioning, heating, radio, electric seats, and cruise control all work. I'm pretty shocked because I expected to have to replace quite a few little things. And at this level, everything is okay. So you can imagine that when I told you it was lacking love, it means there's definitely something wrong somewhere else. So there was already the interior condition, which wasn't exactly clean. We'll try to make everything clean again using products I have, and some I'll order. It's mainly mechanical. I don't think the cars had maintenance since easily 50, if not 60,000 kilometers. The headliner's sagging. That's annoying. In all my cars before, I always avoided that issue and didn't have to redo them. Now, I feel like I'll have to deal with it. There's still one positive. When I drive, the headliner doesn't touch my head. That's unbearable. A headliner touching your head is awful. But here it's fine. It should be fixed, but it's not urgent. I'll show you. Let's start the ignition. The exact mileage, you have it here. So 393,893 kilometers. So that's a lot. I agree with you. And of course, I have a check engine light and a few other little warning lights. The supplemental restraint system is normal since I haven't started it yet. But there was a check engine light. And above all, it's a V8, except it's only running on 7 cylinders. That's why when I say I bought the car not working, there's a lot of maintenance needed. And try to fix it already. It would be nice if I could actually enjoy the V8 at 100%, because right now I'm not enjoying it fully. Other than that, overall, it's still pretty okay. In terms of comfort, if you've never driven a W211, it might be the most comfortable Mercedes out there without going for a Maybach or something. And it's for a, let's say, reasonable price. It's a very comfortable car that runs well. It's a V8 5 liters with 306 horsepower, if I'm correct. And there are still quite a few options. Here, you'll find the Airmatic control. This allows you to raise and lower the car, and this lets you set it to comfort, sport, or normal mode. Raise and lower the car. Right now, it's not working. We'll turn on the full ignition. So yeah, I already have a battery problem, and same thing, the battery. You'll see, it's pretty surprising on this car. But I wanted to show you this. A pretty crazy feature of the W211 is this. Look, there's a tiny button here that almost nobody knows about. But it's a button, not just a decoration. And look, how does it only work when I show it? Oh, there it is. I thought it wasn't working. It's struggling a bit. You control this panel, which lifts to reveal the CD changer. And we'll see if it goes back down. So, yes, it's dropping again. Now we'll try it again without me touching it. Well, it's having a bit of trouble. It needs some help. But hey, it's funny. I think it's pretty amusing. The cutscene is pretty funny. Now I'm going to show you the baby's heart. Hop. The V8, which I absolutely haven't cleaned yet. In front of us is the same engine as Nico's, CLK 430, except this one is a 5-liter. It's just an evolution. It makes no noise, not even any suspicious mechanical sounds. Except when I start it up, this superb roller here, which makes a hell of a noise, and the fact that it runs really rough. Then, there are other flaws too that we can't see, and I'm almost sure they're there. I think either the gearbox mount or the drive shaft flex disc is shot, because when you're on the brakes and you start to accelerate, it vibrates all over the place. I don't think it's just because it's running on the cylinder. Honestly, it vibrates a lot. Already here you can see a beautiful leak. Valve cover gaskets. So that's a freebie. We're going to have to deal with them. And the fact that it's running on 7 cylinders. I want to bet on the ignition since I've already received the parts. I ordered the 8 coils, the 16 spark plug wires, 16 spark plugs, since it has 16, and everything like the cabin, air, and oil filters. We'll handle all its oil changes. I might even make it my daily driver. It'll be a step above my W210, even though that car has never given me reliability issues. Maybe this one will, given the price I paid. I'm ready to take the risk. Having a V8 for daily use is cool and will match the Yukon well. So I'm going to do everything. Differential oil change, transmission oil change, the plug too, which is always a problem on these Mercedes, engine oil change. Above all, try to fix it. We'll also put it on the lift. At JMT, as with every new purchase, we check for rust or other issues. But before heading to JMT, it must be road ready and running on all 8 cylinders. I'm not really sure where to start, but I can see there have already been quite a few little tweaks here and there. I can see a connector's broken here. Zip ties all over the wiring harness. Here, there's a connector that was put back with a new clamp. Yeah, that's been done. I get the feeling that actually the car ended up at the professional's place as a trade-in, because I think the previous owner couldn't manage to fix it anymore. I get the feeling that pretty much everyone has worked on it. For starters, I see that the mass airflow sensor looks new. Some things are unclear. I think I'll need to review everyone's work again. I don't know if I might start, just out of curiosity, by taking apart the coils. Yeah, all right. Okay, actually, all the connectors are broken. There isn't any safety anymore. Ah, yes, but okay, actually, all the safety features of the coils, they're broken. What? Okay. All the little clips? Yeah, they even added a zip tie to the coil for me. Not bad. Oh, well, this one, it's broken. This one, it's broken. And this one, it's broken, yeah. Actually, all the connectors in the ignition system are busted, okay? Even this one, it's broken, yeah. It's holding together well with the seal, but they're all busted. There's only one that's not broken, and it's this one. Okay, so there was definitely a time when this car had an ignition problem. Ah, damn, the oil cap is broken, but that's not easy to fix. I want to try something immediately. I want to disassemble the 8 coils. I'll change the spark plug wires except the rear ones since they seem hard to reach. Yes, they'll be accessible. Replace all 8 coils with the new ones, and then see if they start better already. Once they start better, I can replace either the spark plug wires or the spark plugs. Because anyway, in any case, I don't think the coils need to be taken apart again. Well, I don't know, but anyway, in any case. I don't know why, but I want to bet big on the coils and start with them first. Start it and check if it runs on 8 cylinders. Well, that's already a good sign. They're the right ones, which is already good news. Those are Hellas, and those were definitely Mercedes. Well, we're going to change all that. Although on one hand, it's silly to reassemble everything without changing the spark plugs. Okay, I'm getting ready and we'll do the spark plugs too. Honestly, it's a bit silly. Yeah, well, we're really gonna change the spark plugs. Look at the condition they're in. They're unbelievably black. So we're going to change them. It won't harm him. Besides, they're oily. There must be the valve covers right above, which must be leaking into the well. I'll handle the valve covers too when I get a chance. This is a real pleasure here. The engine bay gets tighter, and so I have to reach my tools one by one. I feel like it's getting even tighter now. And can you see absolutely nothing? Yeah, yes. Well, I can tell this is going to be a lot of fun. The engine bay is really starting to get tight. Let's check the first one, it should be fine. But the last one? I need a ratchet like this and a similar extension, but half the length. Then I know I won't have problems. Ah, darn. And yeah, it doesn't work. Ah, I know. I'm lucky. I found the Einhell in another one of my toolboxes. Thanks, Einhell. 16, switch to a medium ratchet. First, I need to remove the old one. Then I should be able to get through. I'm in. Yes. Sometimes it's complicated to change the spark plugs on a car, especially when you have 16 of them. At least here already. I've almost finished one side. That one wasn't tight at all. Yeah, it wasn't tight at all. Not at all. No, it was completely stupid to want to only do the reels. It's a shame I didn't see the valve cover gaskets before because there, in no time, they were out. It's the same system as Nico again. There's a kind of double hiding place on top of the hiding place. There's this cover on top of the big one, the 8 spark plugs. On this side, the 4 coils and the 8 spark plug wires are removed. I'm going to replace everything with new parts, then move to the other side. I hope it's just as easy. And I'll get back to you when I'm done. Honestly, there's nothing interesting to watch here, except watching me try to remove the spark plug caps that are really well attached. And I'll get back to you when I've put everything back together. Then we'll move on to starting it up to see if the main engine issue is fixed. Okay, at this point, for now, everything is fine. Everything is in place. I'm reconnecting everything. And normally we're good. Okay, half the job is done. Now, let's move to the other side. All right, I'm going to try something. I've removed all coils and spark plug wires on this side, except there's something I don't like. It's the leak from this little valve cover that's dripping here. I'm not sure I can show you, but it's dripping onto the exhaust manifold. So I don't really like that. And if I remember correctly, on Nico's, we used gasket paste because there isn't a gasket. There's no pre-made gasket, just gasket paste. I'm going to try removing this cover, at least to redo the sealing on this one, because this is the one, as you can see, leaks the most. And in front, I'll clean up. The leak is really minimal. It's not urgent at all. So I'll do this one first. It'll reassure me a little more. There we go. Yeah. Come on. We're going to redo that nasty joint over there with a nice clean one, and we're also going to degrease the part and clean everything up. There you go. I've removed all the old gasket and degreased the part a bit. You can't see well, but suddenly there's a lot of sunlight. Now we'll do the seal. All right, it's good. Spark plugs and coils are done. Everything's reassembled with the new coil and spark plug wires. We're ready. The valve cover gasket there. So that's done. I wanted to replace the air filters. Big surprise, they're new. I don't know if you can see them from here. You can see them, but you won't see their condition. Totally new. They're the same ones. Plus, he used Febby ones, so perfect. Airbox is back on and we start it up. Fingers crossed all 8 cylinders fire. Then I'll go for a test drive to make sure that maybe I have a chance that it will inflate again. And before I do that, I'm going to change the small battery again because, yes, the car actually has a big battery in the trunk. Beneath that, a small motorcycle battery powers some accessories. I hope it powers the Airmatic, so it reinflates. We'll see. I'll change it just in case. Well, even if it's not very interesting, I'll show you anyway. The motorcycle battery, it's right here. So I change it, I start it up, and then I do a quick test. All right, that's it. Airbox is in place, cabin filter. Might as well change it. The battery is changed. I'll set up the mic and start, fingers crossed. The pulley is still making noise. I haven't replaced it. However, the engine runs smoothly, though the check engine light remains on. We're going to try a road test. If there's a problem, I'll reset the warning light and repeat the road test. Or maybe I'll do it before, we'll see, but the engine seems to be running much smoother than before. All right, so let's diagnose it. We're going to start the scan. With this one, we're going to look for Mercedes and see if the problem is still there. My passenger said if you ask whose beautiful legs these are, they're Clément's from Pyramid. Yeah, because right now she's really spinning around like a potato. It's pretty weird, yeah. Okay, so here we just turned the car off and on again and cleared the errors again. The check engine light is gone, and I feel like it's running on all 8 cylinders. I'll show you a quick acceleration in a few seconds. Now I feel like all 8 cylinders are back. Even you, Clément, it seems like they're all there now, right? It's amazing. Maybe it was. Don't clear faults with the engine running. But look, I'll show you an acceleration and... Wow, traction control just activated. It's true, it feels like I have a damn supercharger. So, a lot of things happened during this test drive. I lost all 7 cylinders when we turned off the camera. I didn't. That's nonsense. I lost 1 cylinder but got it back right after. I didn't touch the diagnostics. Clément, who just left, gave me an idea that might not be bad. It would be to check, because we looked. It's always the engine fault. It's cylinder number 2, misfire. Cylinder number 2. And as luck would have it, all the connectors were messed up. I told you earlier, and coincidentally, the connector for cylinder 2 was a bit loose. There are 2 solutions. Either the connector is loose, causing vibration and an error. Sometimes contact happens, sometimes it doesn't. He had this happen to one of his cars. For him, the cables were pinched and broken inside. So what I'm going to do is order a coil connector. I'll try to find one that already has the cables inside, and I'm going to cut that cable and solder it back. I'll put a new connector on cylinder 2. Then we'll re-diagnose, run tests, and see if it works. When all 8 cylinders were working, the car ran perfectly. There was a huge jolt coming from the gearbox, so I think the gearbox mount is completely shot. It's better now. At least as far as the ignition system goes, I know there's no problem. The coil, wire, and spark plug are all good. Besides that, the car's reassembled, we've re-diagnosed it, and it's back on the ground. Earlier when we drove, the suspensions worked and went back up. In any case, I still ordered an RWP coilover kit, of course. We're going to put it on coilovers because at least there won't be any aromatic issues or anything like that. That's one problem down. Now it's getting dark. I'll get back to you when it's daytime. We've arrived at the garage at JMT, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we'll leave in good shape, except the situation has gotten just a little bit worse since then. First of all, I'm sorry, I'm filming with my phone without a mic because I forgot my mics at home. Perfect. So now I'm going to step outside and show you what I'm doing right in front of me. But I'll be quick with the sound. There's a bit of wind. Here's the view of the car. I'm soldering the connector I received. I'll show you the famous connector for the 2nd cylinder, the one that was sticking out a bit and was faulty. I got a new one, not broken. I'm almost done. There's just one more solder to do, and then I'm finished. And after that, I hope the engine fault will be gone. I really hope that's where the problem was. Otherwise, I don't know what else to do. Why does this 2nd cylinder work, then not work? I just got here. And on the way, I felt like I still had all 8 cylinders. Except that I arrived in a bit of a disastrous situation. That is, I'm even lower than last time. I need to get it pumped up again. Maybe using Thiebaud's Diagnostics. I'll handle that first. Next, I'll put it on the lift and try to pump it back up to get all 8 cylinders running smoothly. Listen up. The connector has been replaced. I put some clean tape around the sheath. All that's left is to start it, run diagnostics, clear faults, and review it calmly. In the end, it's a bit more complicated than that. I replaced the connector, and I still had 7 cylinders. I cleared the fault using Thiebaud's diagnostic tool, but it returned. I checked that I had a spark by taking out the spark plug wire and putting it on the valve cover. There is definitely a spark. So now we're starting to ask ourselves questions. Maybe it's coming from the injector. So I think I'm going to swap injector 2 with injector 1. I want to see if the issue shifts. since my ignition system and wiring look fine. I'm unsure what to do next, and it's frustrating. The worst problem might be a valve, but I doubt it. Because when I put the stethoscope, all 8 cylinders work, so if it's just an injector, that's an easy fix. But I hope so, honestly, I hope so. And regarding the suspension, don't get me wrong, it's raised because I put it on the rear jack. Because I thought, at any moment, it's too low, it must have a safety system, or if it's too low, it doesn't reinflate. And so, that's not it either. The issue is when I lifted it, I heard air escaping from the right rear fender. So I wonder if I have a punctured airbag. That's just a temporary issue since I've ordered the coilovers. So there won't be any more issues at that level. The engine, I really want it to work though, because as soon as the engine is running, I can start all the maintenance. The car was running right before swapping the 2 injectors. I'll put it on the lift first to check the condition of the chassis. That way, at least if needed, I can free up the lift afterwards. And I could do that without necessarily needing a lift. Let's check the condition of the chassis first. Let's begin. As usual, we'll start with the rear. So the exhausts, already, they look okay. Good condition, rust-wise? No surprises. I was told, there's nothing wrong with it. On the other hand, it's surprising because these kinds of bellows don't look very old. Strange. Okay, so what do we have? There, no rust either. The bridge, no leaks. Interesting. The exhaust line looks okay. Underneath, it looks fine. There's no corrosion, and the drive shaft and everything else appear in good condition. Surprisingly, the catalytic converters and the rest of the exhaust line are good. So what's making that rattling noise? The flex disc, it looks fine. How is it now? The flexor, it looks fine too. So I think I'm going to put a small wager on the gearbox mount. I can't see well. Yes, I think it's torn at the top. Yes, I think at the top it's torn. I think that's what's not normal. Next, what do we have? Small leak at the gearbox, but that we don't care about. We'll redo the gasket. We probably have a leaking crankshaft oil seal. Again, 400,000. Let's not comment on it. The control arms, brakes, and suspension are all fine. They're actually new. Steering rack, it looks okay. There are no leaks or anything like that. And the engine oil pan looks fine too. The engine is really dry, which is great. Honestly, there's not much to do underneath, except the bushings. Let's test it. Well, anyway, there are already the lambda sensors, which were replaced with some pretty rough wiring. That's not Mercedes quality. Yes, there you go. Now we can see it clearly. That's good. I don't know if it'll show up well on camera because I'm moving at the same time. But the mount is dead. I found the issue. It was the worn suspension. I took off the boot cover. And actually, look, the cushion is in an impossible shape and moving when it shouldn't. I'll try to manually reinflate it from inside the trunk to restore its shape. It might start working again at any moment. All right, done. It's good, confirmed there. That little white thing you see, well, it's punctured. It's punctured. There you go, it's punctured. Come on, it's useless. I was taking everything apart to try to blow into it, to try to inflate it again. It's punctured. Let's wait for the shocks. I'm heading back to the injectors. Well, that's all that's left to do. We're going to take apart the injection rail to swap the 2 injectors. But damn, he's really pissing me off. I hope that's where it's coming from, that the problem will move. Because if it's not from there, it would really piss me off. I'm not going to lie to you. I usually remove 4 screws here, then the rail comes out. Maybe I'll release the pressure first to avoid a mess. That might be a good idea. Damn. Hey, come on. But this pressure is impossible. Ah, there we go. Well, the advantage of the V8 is that normally the rail comes off pretty easily. Well, I hope it comes off pretty easily. Okay. There's no pressure there now, but all the clips are coming off. Oh, there you go. So this is from the first one. Ah, and this is the second one. Oh, he's caught. Well, he's dead. Oh, that stupid joint. Oh. No. Oh. No, There isn't any. It's new, it's fine. It's over. I didn't film because I got upset. And I forgot to grease the injector seals, and I struggled to put the little clip back on. I'll be able to try restarting by clearing the faults. To see if the fault has now moved to cylinder number 1, we'll put it there. Damn, that means I'm going to have to bring the car back all busted up. We'll clear the fault first. We'll start it and see if the fault moves. Right now, you're looking at a happy man. Look what the diagnostic said. Misfire on cylinder 1. That means the error has moved. That's good. It's definitely from the injector. How am I happy? Well, there you go. Now we just have to find an injector. And technically, it's running on all 8 cylinders again. I didn't understand then. I'll do it later when I bring her back. To loosen the belt and change this roller, there's a little star screw, but actually when I unscrew it, the roller comes off. And just like that, the screw comes off. As if I wanted to change the back roller. That's not the right way. I think I need to loosen it. But am I happy? I only have one injector to change. Maybe the ignition system wasn't faulty after all. At least now I'm starting fresh with something new. Well, in the end, I was misled. There was an 18 imprint under the tensioner pulley. You take a wrench and you can remove your belt. So I'm taking the opportunity to do it now. That way it keeps it from breaking on me on the way back. The issue is I have to drive the car home. I don't want to. I'll try to minimize the damage since I'll be driving back nearly scraping the ground. I'm gonna try to avoid waiting for something to happen to me. Oh, that's stupid. I'm gonna try to avoid getting into more trouble. And on top of that, they're calling me... Obviously, my wife. Come on, the new guy. 30 seconds, it's done. Perfect. I'm putting the belt back on. Perfect. Perfect. Let's see if the noise. It really was coming from there, though. Yeah, it's good. There's no more noise. Let's give it a bit of gas anyway, just to... Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, it's good. There's no more noise. That's one good thing done. Come on. I'll put the engine cover back on. Nico, damn it. What does he want now? Grab some bottles, grab some ice cubes. Yeah. You drunk? Come on, I'm doing it again. Then we'll have a gin and tonic to celebrate. It is with the greatest dismay that I am against it. To leave this car in the garage once again, that'll be his second blue sedan in the garage. There you go. Because, look, it's lowered even more at the front. It's slammed into the ground at the back. I absolutely can't get in and leave Thibaut's place. So now I'm forced to leave the vehicle and go back with one of his cars. My God! The problem is, he doesn't know it yet, but it's going to stay there for at least another 10 days until the parts arrive. So he ends up with a blue E500 sedan here and a blue Chaser here. Their kisses, Thibaut will be happy now. We're back at the garage, except there's another problem I just noticed right now. The injector you see in front of you, the injector for cylinder number 3 is leaking heavily. It's all soaked here, I cleaned everything, and it's leaking again, so the top seal is shot. I need to change it since I just got the new injector. So now we can change this one. But we're going to check the seal. We'll redo all of them like that. At least that way, I won't have any trouble. That's it. I just removed the injector. So yes, indeed, the seal is just a little bit worn, just a little bit damaged. So it's not surprising that it was leaking. Fortunately, I have another one. Last time, I didn't know where they were, but Thibaut told me. Now we'll replace it with another one. Normally, the leak should stop there. Next, we'll install the new injector I received and rerun diagnostics to check if all 8 cylinders are working. The injectors are back in. We're starting it up. I'll check if it runs smoothly. If not, I'll clear the fault and restart. And then we'll see if there's still a fault showing up on cylinder number 1. Normally, we're good. It looks good here. I don't know. I'll remove the flaw. It looks good now. After restarting earlier, it ran badly. But after erasing everything and restarting, it seems okay. And the previous diagnostic says no fault codes detected. So normally, It's good, we're good. I'll let it run outside to see if the warning light returns, but it seems fine. It's been running for a while now. I feel like it's not running smoothly, but I don't know if it's not. It's actually the gearbox mount causing the vibration and confusing me. We'll see if the warning light... Damn! Damn, this is unbelievable. This is really pissing me off, really. It's starting to get on my nerves.